military armor modeler.
Oh, then
He'd definitely be interested. Yeah, he would. So, Grumps, you said.
Gombs, GOMBS. So, GOMBS modelfest.ca.
I love that. That's hilarious. Well, I might be old. I'm not that grumpy, but whatever, right? What do you know when their next event?
Say again?
You know when they're having their next event, the Gumps?
Yeah, that's going to be the first Saturday in October. So
first Saturday in October.
The Gumps Model Fest is always the first Saturday in October.
Oh, okay, cool.
Unless Trudeau does things like have an election, and then we get.
I see.
Because
I'm definitely interested in. Like, I got back into it from when I was a kid, right? You know, like been about 20 years since I really followed it closely, but I've loaded up my stash. I've been picking up some pig goodies and getting back to it, right? So, you know, I've got maybe one competition-worthy unit right now, but I'm working on a bunch of stuff. If this is strictly military, I still, I appreciate the workmanship. There's no doubt of that. Get tips and tricks and vendors and just meeting different guys in the community to, get into, maybe stuff you can't find, guys who do 3D printing more often and so on, right?
Well, you like bow shows. So the Alberta Military Model Show, that's kind of like structured under, like, it's not IPMS, but it's still structured under that, the Olympic style judging. So there are rules, the Gumps Model Fest is just a celebration of models. So it is judging, but the judging is 100% subjective towards the person that sponsored the award. So if the person really, really likes fingerprints on the windshield, of that Jeep, that's what's going to win. Like, it's almost no rules. It's
or very, box stock or, so on, right?
It's very informal, and it's more on the celebrating a model. This is where you get the feedback on where you can go to somebody and say, that's amazing. How did you do that? And they will tell you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I've learned some old tricks in my day too, but I've been, catching up a little bit with YouTube, and there's some really, really good model builders out there that have been doing it a long time. And, I picked up stuff that I didn't even have a clue, I should do it that way. And just, picking up all kinds, like before recently, I never used bare metal foil once. I just use highlighter or basically tester's paint or Tamiya gray or chrome to do my chrome on my cars, right? Bare metal foil, it's an old school technique, but it's something I never really got into, right? I don't know if you guys do that as much on your military builds. It's more, rugged and weathering and so on. That's something else I'm practicing. No, there's a lot of scratch building.
I'd like to do a diorama or two.
A lot of parts that are replaced with foil and then made to look like rust.
100%. Yeah, and that's the type of modeling I want to get into. Like I don't. My dad used to run a trucking company, and I have a handful of kits that are very similar to some units he used to have, and I'd like to do a big diorama, and I'm going to really have to practice my weathering. And I've got a few bodies that I've been practicing on a little bit, but I'd love to learn some techniques on that. And I know the military guys are pros at weathering, right?
The pros, even the trucker ones, so example, Bob Smith, he loves doing the big trucks. And he weathers Roger's the same way, mechanic by trade. He loves the big trucks and, the rusty chains, the cables, everything all like that. The big skid steer that's in the back of the trailer, it's all dirty. Like
and the snow and the dirt and the mud holes and...
You got it. It'll have it all. Yeah, your mind will be blown.
Well, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So that's why I sort of had to get in here and snoop in and see how to get it all. I know where to, what was the link again for this weekend show?
Alberta Military Modeler Show.
Alberta Military Modelers. That's what the AMS stands for. Okay, makes sense then.
And you'll see it.
Now, do you guys have a vendor where someone's going to be selling parts and tools and maybe old kits and stuff like that too?
There'll be a lot of vendors.
Awesome.
A lot. There'll be about 5 or 6. Unfortunately, we don't have the room for more.
Is this
of course.
is this related to like Germany or something? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, are the vendors mostly going to be military and aircraft and ships and stuff, or is there going to be a little bit of everything, or what do you usually see?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Well, I think we're going to make a point to come down. My buddy Wayne, he's a aircraft guy, right? And not necessarily he's commercial, military, both, right? Like he's into both, but I think he'll really get a kick out of it. And there's going to be lots of armor and probably some ships and, so on. So I think it'd be cool at least to come see for the $2. It's worth coming to meet some people and saying hi and, so on and so forth.
I agree.
Right. All right. Sounds good, Tony. Thanks for the information. And again, my name's